This story follows a pair of university students, a second-year boy named Gong and a cute freshman girl named Belle. Both of them came from the countryside, arriving with big hopes and small luggage, ready to begin their new life at this university. Belle stayed in the university dormitory, while Gong rented a place just outside the campus. It wasn't far, so each day he would hop onto his beloved motorbike and ride to class. When the freshman girls arrived for orientation, the entire campus became electric. All the boys were suddenly very invested in welcoming the new generation, which really meant they wanted to check out the pretty new faces. Gong was no different. In fact, he might have been worse, because not only was he excited, he also happened to be tall, charming, and annoyingly handsome. He had another trait that made him stand out among the other boys. He was playful to the point of being downright cheeky. Sometimes he was so cheeky he crossed the line into being naughty in a way that made girls either laugh or slap his arm. With his playful personality, plus that handsome face and fit body, it was no surprise that many girls liked him. But Gong never seemed to like anyone in particular. He just chatted here and there, spreading his charm like a butterfly that flirted with every flower but refused to land on any one of them. When the freshman girls officially arrived, and Gong was already a proud second-year senior, the whole campus buzzed with that fresh energy. Boys from every faculty practically forgot how to study, their eyes constantly drifting toward the new first-year girls. Among them was Belle, the sweet girl who wasn't stunning in the glamorous way some others were. Instead, she had a gentle, modern, quiet aura that made her look soft, calm, and beautifully understated. Belle was cute in her own peaceful way, and that was exactly what grabbed Gong's attention. The second-year senior found himself smiling the moment he saw her, his heart whispering dramatically, "This is the mother of my future children." Belle wasn't the type who stood out at first glance, but the more you looked, the more you realized she was actually really cute. And Gong noticed that. Oh, he noticed it a lot. He stared at Belle with obvious mischievous desire, true to his cheeky nature. But Belle, she hated it. Inside her head, she groaned, "Ugh, this stupid guy. Looking at me like he's about to eat me alive. Seriously." From that moment on, Gong began following her around, constantly teasing, flirting, and trying to chat her up. But he didn't do this with Belle alone. Any girl who happened to like him, he flirted back with all of them just the same. When Belle saw that, she rolled her eyes so hard they nearly flipped. She told herself, "This guy is such a player. Men like him. Better stay far, far away." But no matter how much she tried to avoid him, she ended up running into him every single day. Sometimes when she walked out of a classroom, she would see Gong standing there striking some dramatic, handsome pose, as if he were waiting for a fashion shoot. Other times, when she walked past a group of students with Gong in the center, she could hear constant teasing and there was always Gong's voice calling after her, "Hey, that's my girl. Isn't Belle cute?" Belle shot him a death stare and hurried away, but she could still hear Gong tease behind her, "Oh, my girlfriend is shy." Even though Gong flirted with lots of girls, one thing was clear. He never bought snacks or drinks for any of them, not a single one, except Belle. Because of that, his friends constantly teased him, "Bro, this one is the real deal. He even buys her snacks." That's basically a proposal. Sometimes, when Belle was quietly reading a book alone, Gong and his friends would show up acting all annoying and playful. Gong would place a snack in front of her and say, "My darling, I brought you some snacks. Studying is tiring. Eat this, okay?" Then he'd lift the snack bag, close his eyes, and start chanting under his breath, "Love me, adore me, love me, adore me." Poof! He blew air dramatically into the snack bag like he was casting a spell. His friends burst into laughter, nearly rolling on the floor. But Belle felt nothing except embarrassment and irritation. She immediately stood up, gathered her books and things, and walked away. Of course, Gong ran after her anyway. As he chased her, he shouted down the walkway, "Belle, wait for me. Oh wow, look at those long legs. So fair and pretty. Miss Omo legs no." I mean Belle. Belle Wyatt. Gong kept pursuing Belle year after year. By the time Belle reached her 3rd year and Gong was in his final year, all of Gong's friends fully believed he genuinely liked her. Belle's friends even told her, "Gong really likes you, Belle. Sure, he's cheeky and kind of naughty, but he's actually cute. Why don't you give him a chance?" But Belle always refused. "No, I don't like guys like him." And Gong knew he knew very well that Belle didn't like him, but he never gave up. He continued buying snacks and treats for her, just like always, and he continued subtly teasing her with his eyes and gestures, exactly the way his playful nature dictated. "Oh, Belle, why is this so big? I love it. Perfect little waist. Mother of my future children." Gong mumbled dramatically as he stood a bit too close behind Belle. When Belle turned and saw his posture, standing that close and acting like that, "You creepy idiot. Get away from me, right now." But Gong stayed true to his ridiculous nature. "Nope, not going anywhere. My heart belongs to Belle only. Only. He echoed the last word on purpose, doing a fake reverb effect with his voice. Then he lifted his hand to make an "I love you" sign and even blew her a kiss. Belle felt both irritated and amused at the same time, so she hurried away. Gong just stood there laughing to himself like a weirdo enjoying his own performance. But once he stopped laughing, his expression softened. He watched Belle walk away with a gentle look in his eyes. Later, Gong went to talk to his friends. He asked them what he should do, because he was about to graduate his 4th year, while Belle still had 1 more year left. "Hey, should I fail my classes on purpose? If I don't graduate, I can stay and see her every day." All his friends burst into laughter. One of them even smacked him on the head with a book. "You're seriously losing it, Gong." But suddenly Gong's playful face changed. He spoke firmly, without a hint of his usual silliness. "Yes, I'm serious about Belle. I'm going to stay with her forever." And then, one evening, just a few days before Gong's graduation, he secretly went to peek around Belle's new dorm. She had already moved to an off-campus residence by then. Many people were walking back and forth in front of the building, and Gong spotted Belle among them. At that exact moment, a speeding motorcycle shot down the road. The people crossing didn't notice it at all, but Gong did. The people crossing didn't notice it at all, but Gong did. He could tell immediately that someone was about to get hit, and that someone was Belle. The moment Gong realized it, he sprinted forward with everything he had. He shoved Belle out of the path, making her stumble away to safety. The motorcycle then crashed straight into him with full force. Belle, who had been bumped aside, had no idea it was Gong who pushed her. When she turned around, she saw other students walking behind her. She assumed one of them must have panicked when they noticed the motorcycle and accidentally rammed into her. While Belle was craning her neck to see what had happened ahead, her phone suddenly rang. She saw that a crowd had already gathered. She wondered, who could be unlucky enough to get hit by that motorcycle? But she assumed the person had already been taken care of, so she walked away. That night, however, she received the news that someone had died from that accident. The next morning at the university, Belle learned the truth. The one who got hit and killed was Gong. When she heard the news, her heart sank. She had just seen him the day before. Belle also heard that Gong's relatives had come to take his body back to their hometown for the funeral. She felt a sudden emptiness, because every day Gong had always been there, teasing her, annoying her, making her roll her eyes. With Gong gone, the world felt too quiet, and she missed him more than she expected. But she had no idea that Gong's spirit never left. From the moment he was hit, his ghost had been following Belle everywhere. And right now, that very spirit was staring at her face, grinning with his usual cheeky smile. Belle of course couldn't see him. "Miss me, huh? Staring at you this close feels amazing." Gong's ghost giggled to himself. And the moment Belle bent down to pick up her belongings and her student uniform, the spirit of Gong had a literal nosebleed. From where he floated, he had a full view of her. Generous curves. Oh my, I'm dying all over again. If I had known it looked this good, I should have died ages ago. My sweet Belle, perfection. Gong's ghost sat there, resting his chin on his hand, staring at her in a dreamy daze, mumbling nonsense to himself. When Belle walked away, his spirit zoomed after her with a whoosh, blocking her path, then darting behind her, then in front again. Sometimes he purposely floated right in front of her like he was teasing her. And whenever Belle unknowingly walked straight through his ghostly body, Gong would make a face of exaggerated bliss. Ooh, that feels... wow. Gong's spirit was overjoyed. So satisfying. So good. Belle is mine now, and I'm Belle's. My belly. Meanwhile, Belle herself started feeling weird. She felt like something was always right next to her. And sometimes, she even heard Gong's laughter. Belle was confused and unsettled. When she talked to her friends about it, they said, maybe Gong's spirit is watching over you, just like when he was alive. Oh my God, I got goosebumps just thinking about it. But Belle didn't want to believe it. She didn't believe in ghosts at all. Are you crazy? How could someone who died come stay near me? Impossible. But the truth was, Gong's spirit followed Belle everywhere. Every minute, every step, every breath. Whenever Belle returned to her dorm, Gong's spirit would try to follow her inside. But the guardian spirits of the building blocked him at the entrance. So he had no choice but to wait outside every night. The next day he would float right back to her side, circling around her just like always. Gong followed Belle like this until she graduated. Eventually Belle got a job at a company. And once she started working, she went to look for a new place to stay. She found one apartment building that she really liked. The atmosphere felt right to her. But when she asked about available rooms, the landlady told her, all the rooms are full, except for one. It's a bit isolated, not attached to any other unit. It used to belong to my nephew, but he's no longer here. Belle asked to see the room. And when she entered, she immediately liked it, so she asked to rent it. The landlady treated her kindly and took care of the paperwork. But then she asked Belle, are you sure you want this room, dear? Belle felt puzzled and asked, why? Is there something wrong with it, Auntie? The landlady didn't explain. She simply smiled and said, I'm just afraid you might feel lonely. This room is a bit far from the others. But Belle said she liked it that way. Belle continued living in that room from then on. And Gong's spirit was over the moon. Because the room Belle chose was his old room. He was the nephew of the landlady. And he had lived there back when he was a student. After he died, his family came from the countryside and cleared out all his belongings. Since Gong used to live there, the guardian spirits of the place couldn't keep him out, so he could come and go freely as he pleased. Every day, he followed Belle to work. Once she arrived at her office, he would whoosh right back into the room and wait for her. And when Belle returned home, that was Gong's happiest time of all. Because he got to see Belle undress. He saw everything. His ghostly nosebleed flowed again and again. Oh Belle, don't destroy me like this. Gong's spirit floated in the corner, weak-kneed and overwhelmed, watching her shower and change clothes. Sometimes, being the mischievous ghost he was, he used his little ghostly powers to make Belle's underwear float around the room. Some pieces even landed squarely on his head. More nosebleeds. Gong's spirit sat there motionless, looking a bit like a harmless pervert. A little creepy, a little cheeky, but ultimately hilarious. No ghost in the world was as lucky as Gong. When Belle stepped out of the bathroom wrapped in her towel, she saw her underwear, both her bra and panties, scattered all over the floor. She was confused. What is this? Meanwhile, Gong's spirit had been watching Belle day and night, and Belle grew more and more unsettled. She felt she was not alone at all. Sometimes Gong laughed to himself, completely unaware of how strange it must have sounded to Belle. Then, one day, Belle finally learned the truth from a friend. Her friend told her that the reason Gong died was most likely because he saved her. And then her friend showed her the footage from a security camera. When Belle watched the video on the phone, she immediately brought her hand to her chest in shock. It was exactly as her friend said. That day, if Gong hadn't run in and pushed her out of the way, she would have been the one hit by the motorcycle. Gong, did you really save me? Belle felt heartbroken. She had never realized the depth of Gong's love for her. That night, when she returned to her room, she sat quietly, whispering over and over, Gong, I'm sorry. Gong's spirit, who was watching her, smiled softly. He reached out and gently stroked Belle's hair. The touch made Belle jump in shock. She looked around nervously, then quickly pulled her blanket over herself and hid underneath. Belle began to feel sympathy for Gong, and even started to love him. But it was too late. Gong was already gone. Belle decided to make merit for him at the temple. There, a monk told her, make plenty of merit for him, child, so he can finally move on. Belle froze. She asked the monk, Is he still here? Yes, the monk replied. The spirit of that young man has never left. He has been following and protecting you all this time. Belle felt chills run through her. She finally understood that the presence she always sensed was real. Gong truly had been with her in the room. After Belle made merit for him many times, one night Gong finally appeared before her eyes. Belle was both terrified and happy. Don't be afraid of the ghost, of me, Gong said, smiling gently. Then his expression softened. I came to say goodbye, Belle. Thank you for making merit for me. My time is up. I have to go now. Belle stood frozen. Gong, thank you for saving me. If you hadn't pushed me that day, I would have been the one hit. Gong smiled sweetly. It's okay. I only had that much time anyway. Take care of yourself, Belle. His spirit slowly faded, but suddenly, he appeared clearly again. Belle, can I ask for one thing before I go? What is it? Can I have one pair of your panties? The pink lace one, please. You crazy pervert ghost. At that moment, the neatly folded underwear in the room lifted into the air and scattered everywhere. Gong's laughter echoed joyfully as his spirit slowly disappeared for the final time. When the laughter faded, Belle stood still, stunned. When the laughter faded, Belle stood still, stunned. But she forced a soft smile. Goodbye, Gong. I'll keep making merit for you. And I'll take good care of myself. From that day on, Belle came downstairs every morning to offer alms to the monks, dedicating all the merit to Gong.
Drawn by BikiBaam. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, so you won't miss any of our new creative clips. Support our art journey with a super thanks. See you again in the next clip. Coming soon.